So I don't know what God is doing in my life right now, but he really like working. Because the other day I just posted and told y'all how my mortgage went up to $6,050. I'm a single black mama, and y'all know that's kind of like steep. But guess what? Today I got a notification in the mail saying that over $200,000 of worth of debt has been canceled. So I say that to say I didn't put on the black suit to go rob the bank. I didn't go rob the bank. And I just had faith that he was getting ready to do something major and something big.
Ma'am, let me just tell you, I don't think that's God. That's either a scammer or the IRS. That's who's sending you the message. And I think you need to read that a little bit deeper. It's not $200,000 canceled when you don't make payments on bills. That's called collections. That's what that is. So it's not canceled. I think you were mistaken by that. See, isn't this diabolical? Someone telling you that their mortgage went up to $6,000, right? And you're scratching your head like, how did you even get into this situation? I know what you're thinking. How did someone get their mortgage up to $6,000? How are you gonna pay that?
Tell me how!
We're gonna jump into it, guys. I promise you, watch the entire video. You will learn so much from this. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, I have a newsletter that is completely free. How can you beat free? You cannot. It will give you tremendous value. And if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I'm your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description. So again, I know what you guys are thinking. How did she get up to $6,000 in a mortgage? Let's just say one word: arms. Or hard money. Let's go ahead and set up the story. Imagine 2 to 3 years ago, you were bound to buy a house. You were letting everybody tell you,
you need to buy a house today. Because if you don't buy a house today, you're never gonna get a house. The inventory is gonna be so low that it's gonna cost you 10 times more for a house than it does today.
So you scratch your head and you think to yourself, I have to do something to get into a house. I have to overbid everybody and pay $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, almost $100,000 more for a house. But to get the best rate I possibly can, I'm gonna go ahead and get an arm.
Lord have mercy.
I'm just gonna ignore what happened in 2008. I'm gonna ignore everyone telling me, you probably shouldn't do that. Yes, they're not asking me for my W-2s. They're not asking for tax returns. I get all of that. But guess what? I'm gonna be able to get a house. Yes, I know. I'm paying almost 11% interest. That's a true story. All I'm saying is just replace the words G-O-D with IRS. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all. So I just got my yearly escrow review, right? I own my house and I pay for mortgage. My monthly mortgage is $3,332.74. That's how much I pay to live here, okay? Remember, the people, they tell me I live in the ghetto. I act like I live in Beverly Hills, but I live in the ghetto. But in order to live in this ghetto house, I pay $3,332.74. Well, guess what? Your girl just got her yearly escrow. So, boom. They say, by the way, Mr. Cooper is my loan folks. Mr. Cooper wrote me a letter, and they said, hey, girl, you have a shortage in your escrow of $12,426.11. Wow, okay. How did that happen? Well, several things probably happened. Probably taxes went up. But remember, y'all told me I live in the ghetto, so they say probably your property taxes went up. Maybe your homeowners insurance or something went up. Okay, guess what? They're telling me my new mortgage will be as of March 1st. Okay, so if I pay this 12 option 1 is to don't do anything, and starting March 1, my new mortgage will be, are you ready? $5,337.65. Okay, watch this video out to the end so I can get paid. Okay, please, thank you. Okay, or I can pay the $12,426.11, and my new mortgage will be $4,302.14. Yay! What? So my mortgage just went up $2,000.
What the hell's going on over here?
We need to have this conversation because this needs to be studied. You guys out there really paying $4,000 mortgages? From the start, remember, she's starting from $3,400. Now, I do admit, going up to $2,000 is crazy work, but this is what I've been telling you guys. I've been telling you guys escrow between property taxes and insurance are skyrocketing. These insurance companies aren't loyal. These insurance companies will continue to raise the price. Your premiums will continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is the reason why I say shop around. I can almost guarantee you that a lot of you guys see this, especially this lady here. They see that their insurance caused them to go up and they won't shop around. It's too much work.
Come on, man.
You have loyalty to State Farm or Allstate or Geico, whoever your insurer is, and you have so much loyalty to them that you're like, my insurance just went up $2,000. Maybe next time.
Wow.
Make it make sense to me. You would rather have loyalty to these insurance companies rather than find insurance that's cheaper that gives you the same coverage. And to be clear, that loyalty has a price on it. $24,000 for this lady. That's the price of your friendship. Loyalty, man. Look, let me tell you what. We can be friends too. If you're going to pay me $24,000 a year, we can be friends too. And it's one-sided loyalty on top of that. One-sided. You're going to pay me and I'm going to increase the price of our friendship. That every year I'm going to increase it because that's what we have to do if we need to still stay friends.
Pay me my money.
Now, when I say it that way, it sounds ridiculous, right? It sounds ridiculous. You're thinking to yourself, who would do that? And then on top of that, one of the things that this lady is talking about, she keeps saying that she lives in the ghetto and that people think she lives in the ghetto. She's trying to say, well, if I live in the ghetto, then why am I paying these high prices? I don't know. That really is the question. That really is the question. Even if you're living in the ghetto or you're not, why are you paying $5,300 for a mortgage? And you heard her yourself. She didn't say anything about an increase in interest rates. She said property taxes and insurance costs this.
Okay, so here's something they will not tell you when you buy a house, or at least they didn't tell me, and now I'm salty. So when I first bought my house, my mortgage payment was $1,151. After my first year living in that house, they raised my mortgage to $1,579. I thought I was tripping. That is a $428 increase. I was under the impression that my mortgage payment would literally never change, but I was wrong. So here's what happened, and I'm going to use example numbers. So let's say there's a house and the value of that house is $20,000. Because the value of the house is so low, that means that the property taxes are also going to be significantly low. So let's just say the property taxes are only $500 per year. Okay, now let's say an investor comes in and rehabs the entire house, puts everything brand new into the house, boom. Now it's a beautiful home. And now the value of that house is $150,000. Okay, now because the value of the house went up, that means that the property taxes are also going to go up. So now the property taxes are $2,000 per year instead of $500. And this is what they did not tell me.
See, this is one of the misconceptions is that you speak to these other guys and they will tell you, you want to get this fixed rate mortgage, it's going to be the same all the time. A lot of people think that the mortgage will never change in the entire 30 years that they own the property, or 10 years or 12 years. Regardless of the fact, when people get a 30-year mortgage, they believe that number will never change. And I've been telling people since the beginning of this channel that insurance, property taxes, continue to go up. We're not gonna even add in the individuals who secretly get arms. They don't wanna tell you because all they wanted was to get the introductory price. That introductory price, they're telling everybody, oh, I got a 3% loan, but they don't realize in 3, 4, 5 years, it's gonna skyrocket. And even though in this particular clip, that lady wasn't talking about that, that is something that needs to be talked about because there are a lot of you guys out there that have taken arms secretly. You won't tell anybody. And I get it. The shame that I get it. But here's the thing. Please know that that will expire.
Wait, what?
It's like getting that promo deal from a cable company, AT&T, Charter, whatever. The first year they're charging you $50 for everything. And then after the year expires, it jumps all the way up to $300. And you're scratching your head like, what? It's $300? What's going on? What does Charter and AT&T say? Well, I mean, that was on a promo. That's what an arm is.
Got him! Got him!
An arm is just a promotion. And a lot of you guys are getting ate up by that when it comes to these new constructions. These new home builders are telling you guys,
we understand you can't afford this home because it's too expensive for you, but we can make it affordable. All we have to do is bring down the interest rate.
promotional. Arm.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
A lot of you guys are buying these homes and you're not looking at the taxes that the seller was paying. He may have been exempt, meaning he wasn't paying taxes for whatever reason. Maybe he's disabled, maybe homestead, I don't know. But the point is, he's not paying what you are gonna get charged. And most of the time, these real estate agents, they just pass by it. They don't even know themselves because most realtors are DoorDash drivers. Most realtors deliver pizzas. Most realtors, this isn't even their first job. So they're like, a realtor is like, I mean, I didn't know either. I mean, we both learned it on the job. You know, that's what we're doing.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
I hope y'all are getting used to me because your girl about to be making a lot more of these videos. Tell me why my mortgage premium increased again. And you're probably seeing a lot of these videos of people talking about their mortgage increasing, and it's just because lenders do their analysis around this time. So once we see what our March 1st payment is, we start making these videos. So basically, when I say that my mortgage increased, I am simply talking about my escrow that's tied into my mortgage. Your escrow is typically your homeowner's insurance and property taxes that gets tied into your mortgage. Some people keep them separate. Some of us have them together. I'm not talking about my actual mortgage. I do have a fixed interest rate, so no, my actual mortgage payment for the house didn't increase. But now, I'm not gonna lie and say that I was unprepared because I've been doing this for 5 years. But every year I'm surprised. It's like, dang, can it just stay the same? Like, it don't even have to decrease. But can it just not increase?
Unfortunately, I mean, we all wish that. We all wish that property insurance taxes, that it would stay the same or decrease. Not a chance. Not a chance. Let me tell you, not a chance.
Never.
It's just not happening. In this economy? With the way 401k, it's not happening. She said in March, she got this notice and she was still surprised. This is what I'm saying to my viewers. It's this simple. Your escrow will increase.
Write that down.
Every year. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. Property taxes continue to go up. We see what's happening with insurance companies, with natural disasters and everything else that's currently going on. You are going to see. And then we're not even talking about inflation. We're not even talking about taxes and tariffs and all this other stuff that's going on in the economy. It's going to continue to go up. We will see. I promise you this, guys. The one thing that you can guarantee, that these counties, these states will always grab for more money in taxes.
Fact.
And insurance companies will do the same. This is the reason why I preach all the time. Emergency savings account, making sure you get your credit together, make sure you have your finances together, because a lot of times these individuals are saying that their mortgage is going up. They're saying this because they can't afford it. They did not expect it to go up this much. They were told something else. They didn't even know that it would even go up.
Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
So now they're in a predicament to where these individuals can lose their home. They have to short sell it and still be on the hook.
Damn.
This is the reason why I say that, yes, maybe you weren't able to get a house a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever. But that could have been a blessing in disguise because you didn't overpay. You don't have to deal with all the inflation that's going on. You don't have to deal with property taxes skyrocketing and surprising you. Insurance that's surprising you. Imagine you're in Florida right now. Imagine you bought a condo or a house in Florida, condo in particularly. And you thought, oh, this is a great deal. This is a great deal. Prices are going to continue to go up. What's happening now? Prices are going down while inventory is skyrocketing, while HOA fees are going up, while special assessments are happening on top of that. This is the reason why it's so important to be informed. This is the reason why it's so important to understand math. Let's say that again. Understanding math is critical. Reading is critical.
Write it down and keep it for future reference.
So hopefully you got value from this video, guys. If you want more detailed videos, come over and join the Patreon. I do exclusive videos over there, and trust me, you will love it. But we all know you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video over here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you to your first rental property. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.